For the next 24 hours, I get to do a cinematic documentary, but I don't get to choose the style or the theme of the video. That's why I have two spinning wheels here. One of them contains the names of the best YouTubers and content creators on YouTube, and the other one, the theme. So let's go. Okay, first spin. Let's see who we get. Peter McKinnon. Okay, let's go for the theme of the video. Please don't be shit. Please don't be shit. Sad. So we have Peter McKinnon and sad. Not a good start. No pressure at all. Just one of the best photographers and videographers in the entire of YouTube. Well, first of all, I need to figure out what we can do here. So I'm gonna watch every single Peter McKinnon video and I'll see you in a couple hours.
Okay, I think we got it. His videos are very influenced by nature, so I'm definitely going to make use of that. Thankfully today, we have bad weather. He lives in Canada, but I live in the Mediterranean, so we mostly get sunny days here. Thankfully today, I think it's raining, so at least we're going to have a little bit of luck with that. But first, we need the right outfit, so let's go. This video needs to scream Peter McKinnon, so we need the right hoodie for this. So for this, I'm thinking of an all black hoodie with some skinny jeans. I think that screams Peter McKinnon to me. This is cool, but it's not quite there. Got my coffee and parked up. It's time to start shooting. Because I'm not actually Peter McKinnon, I'm gonna try and replicate his style in the best way I can. And for that, I'm gonna use one of the videos I watched, a documentary he created called The Mountains Won't Remember Me. So here I am in a forest. I'm gonna name it something like The Forest Never Knew I Was Here or something like that. Now, Peter is a master of maintaining the balance between something that is not funny, not sad, but just the right amount. So even though we selected the sad theme, I'm not going to try and make this depressive. My aim is to create something reflective, something to make you think about, but not too deep. So it looks like today we're going to be lucky because sometimes when you film in a forest, it's a little bit dark. So over here, it's cleared out a little bit, but over here, it's still quite dark. So the shot won't be super dark, but you will still be able to tell it's a bad day. Now I'm trying to find a clear out spot because there's a very famous scene in that documentary that is super epic. It's like a time lapse. So I'm trying to find like an area where there's no like massive trees or whatever and I can just stand in the middle. Oh, right there. That looks pretty moody to me. I found a place that could work. I just need to find the right angle. So this is the spot I'm going to use. Hopefully it works. This is doing a time lapse right now. And I brought with me my notebook. I got here a collection of the types of shots I want to get so I have a little bit more clarity and I don't just get lost in this forest. And I'm going to be honest, 24 hours doesn't sound like a lot of time to create a documentary, but that's the time frame I've set. 24 hours to plan, shoot and edit this documentary. My aim with this is to get over perfectionism and just get to the point of what it's all about. Getting out there, making the best use of my creativity and see what we can capture. This is hard because it's winter, it's grey, there's no color whatsoever, there's no depth. Plus I'm going to be shooting this entire video in vlog, so trying to add color to this is going to be tricky. Okay, that section right there is pretty moody as well. I think this might be the perfect opportunity to mount the gimbal. I'm not going to lie, this would be so much easier with a crew. I'm carrying with me my DJI Ronin RSC2 gimbal, a tripod, all my lenses, but at least it's a good workout. So as I said, I'm going to be shooting this entire video in vlog, and to be honest, I'm not super comfortable filming vlog because I always find that I somehow mess up the exposure, the white balance or something. So I don't know if you guys have any tricks. Leave it down in the comments because I usually shoot all my videos in Cinelike D. So we might just have an issue. It started raining. I don't have any plan B. We're just gonna have to make it work. And just like that, we finished filming. Oh my goodness, the timing has been absolutely impeccable. Because if I was to get caught in this rain in that forest, we would have had a problem. Now time for the editing. We have a little over 3 hours to finish this project. So on my right monitor here, we have Peter McKinnon's documentary. And on my MacBook here, we have my project opened up, about to edit. So the idea is I have this screen right here to take inspiration on Peter McKinnon's editing flow, color grading, and overall tempo. Even though technically I think it's Kirk, his editor doing all this stuff. So I want to show you what I learned from this, so hopefully you can take some inspiration. And one of the first things I realized is he goes for a very conservative tone. He doesn't have this crazy teal and orange that a lot of people tend to use. So the first thing I'm actually going to do here is recover the original colors, and for that I'm going to use a LUT here. I'm going to leave the link below. It's an Arri Alexa LUT, and of course it's free, so you can download it. So here I'm going to apply the Arri Alexa LUT, and this automatically is going to bring out the natural colors that were there and remove that vlog look. So now we can actually start doing the color grading process. I'm going to tweak the highlights a little bit, color adjustments, place this also into here, and with this I can sort of bring down the highlights a little bit, add some more contrast slightly. And then one thing that I've noticed is he adds some warmth into his highlights, so I'm gonna put maybe 5. I'm not too precious over this because I know I can fix it later. So now that we've recovered the image, I can now move into adding the next LUT. Now for this, as I said, I want to be pretty conservative. I don't want to change the colors too much, so you'll see a lot of the greens in here. I don't want to change the hue too much. So I have way too many LUTs here, but you don't need that many. For this one, I'm gonna go this one right here. I quite like it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one, to be honest. And moving back and forth, this looks pretty similar, to be honest. We also need the cinematic bars. So for that, I'm gonna go for this crop and feather tool, reset the width, and the height I'm going to set it to 85. I'm just going to add those cool cinematic bars. So already it's looking pretty good. Now for the music, we have to be careful here because any decision that doesn't fit with the edit is going to ruin the entire thing. So I think he tends to use this style of music called post-rock. It has that cool feeling of when a song ends and it just has that like final atmosphere. I don't really know how to describe it. It's pretty important to know the music genres, right? So you can pick which style is going to fit the edit the best. I believe this is also what Joe Rogan listens to when he works out. I think he's mentioned it in a few podcasts. Artlist has this AI tool to browse songs more easily, so you can just literally type post-rock into the box here and try to find anything that fits your style. And you can do this with anything, any famous musician or style in general. After an entire day planning, shooting and editing, this is what we have.
Do you ever think about how many places you've been that don't even know you were there? You wake up, go about your day, grab a coffee, maybe say hi to a stranger, scroll through your phone, little moments all stacking up. Some you remember, most you don't. The forest doesn't care who I am. It doesn't flinch when I walk in. And when I leave, it won't even notice. No footprints worth keeping, no echoes bouncing back, just silence. And yet somehow that's what makes this place different. We spend so much of our life trying to be seen, to make an impact, to leave a mark. We chase numbers on a screen, hoping they'll mean something. We document everything, photos, videos, stories, like proof that we were here, that our time mattered. But the forest doesn't need proof. It doesn't care if you're the most important person in the world or you're just passing through. And maybe that's the beauty of it, because some places, some moments aren't meant to be captured. They aren't meant to remember us. They're just meant to be felt, to remind us that for a brief, quiet second, we were here. The forest won't remember me.
Now this effect here, I'll show you quickly how I did it. I took a time lapse I shot, framed myself in the same kind of focal length, so both of them matched, then keyed myself out of the shot, moved that layer to the top time lapse, and I then added some blur to kind of make it look like I was out of focus, and then I color grade both shots together so they had the same kind of tones. It's a pretty cool and simple effect, to be honest. So if you've liked this video, you're probably gonna like this one as well. Not just because YouTube recommends it, but because I made it, and I know you'll love it, so just click it. Go watch it now. And also while you're here, subscribe for more content like this.